Hello, my name is Sindri,
My name is Soleil.
and we are from the band Seabear. Yeah, we have. I think everyone in the band has some other stuff going on. I have a solo thing that I do called Sinfang Boost. It's actually I'm finishing a new album. It's only gonna be called Sinfang. And Soleil, she plays with me in that. Soleil has her own solo thing going on too. That's called Soleil. Uh, and Dori, he's like a painter, draws and paint. Guggi, the violin player, she's studying violin. Örn is in
Skakkamanna G.
Icelandic band. And Kjartan, our drummer, he is in Kimono, another Icelandic band. Well, for me, I think it's good not to have your whole like music life writing on one thing, kind of. Or I think that makes the atmosphere a little bit easier in bands when people have lots of things going on. And it's also just good to have lots of things to do. At least for me, I'd rather have too much to do than too little. And also it's kind of just that way in Iceland. People are in many bands for some reason.
Yeah. I agree.
But for me at least it's very different to work in a solo thing and the band thing, because when we're doing the band thing, we're like all of us doing one thing together and trying to be very democratic about everything, talk about everything and
Sharing ideas.
yeah, sharing duties and ideas. But with my solo thing and Solei's solo thing, we can both be like kind of egomaniacs and decide everything, which is also good.
It's good in a way. Sometimes you kind of get stuck in like something, and it's good to have get some opinions from people. So it's good to be in a band. It's good to do solo. So both ways are pretty the best way to do it. I think.
Yeah, I think you get the best of both worlds.
It's nice, like if we bring an idea to like a Seabear rehearsal, and like in the end of the rehearsal, it's like the idea has changed a lot, and it like has become a song, and maybe something you had never come up with. So it's really good, and we are really different kind of persons, but we kind of like somehow like it's like one way out, which is really good, and people like come with their ideas on your idea, so it's really, I like it.
Yeah, I think when you're in a band type thing, the idea or song or whatever you want to call it goes through lots of kind of filters. So maybe it often ends up the best it can be. But I mean it's I like that that when it goes through the filters and ends up being this thing. And I also like it when I'm just alone in my studio doing some really weird stuff.
Yeah.
That probably maybe
wild.
wouldn't. Yes, you can go wild. It probably wouldn't. It would stop. So in some filter, someone would say, no, that sounds too weird. But you can do that when you're on your own. Yeah, and it's also just fun because at least for me, I find it when I come up with an idea on the acoustic guitar or something and sing some melody line over it, and I can kind of hear how the drums I would like them and how the piano should be over it or something. And then we take it to the rehearsal and people come up with completely different ideas.
Yeah.
And that's really fun. It's really rewarding to do a song, to do music with other people. I think at least for me it's just playing live kind of changed a lot for me at least. Because it's kind of easy to noodle around in a studio and make like whisper into the mic and make a song like that, like a lo-fi little song. But then when you have to play concerts, you kind of have to project and like be present on the stage and sing from your stomach sometimes. And I think for me that was really good, a good experience. And also just like playing, like this year we played 100 shows or something when the end is over, when the year is over. And of course, just playing so much music, I hope you get better.
yeah, we get better, and for the band being so much together, it's like, it's insane how much we've been together. But it's like really, we know each other so well now. And for the next record, we've like been talking about how we're gonna do the next record and stuff. So we're like, it's a good way to like get to know the band and exactly play live. It's like you never get enough of that. Like it helps you with everything.
Yeah.
Performing.
I think we all have like things lined up next year. I'm doing my second solo album thing and all the things that come with that. Sola is doing her first like LP album.
We're gonna try to.
Yeah, we're gonna
maybe
write
in
an album
January or something.
next year. Yeah. So it probably won't come out next year, but the year after that, I guess.
And we've learned like how after that album we made we built a fire, like we did it kind of like we did it in a band way, but I think we want to do the other more live or like play and compose like the songs more together. So it's gonna be different, I think. Well.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we want to have a producer now, but we're all really excited to do new songs too, because now we've been playing the same songs 100 times. Like that's one in every 3 day of the year almost. I don't know. We've talked about a few things. Like the song we were working on the last time was kind of darky and gloomy kind of atmosphere. But then we were also talking about we should maybe just make some. It would be fun to do like some poppier songs or something. But I don't know.
Yeah, no. We've been talking about it, but we haven't like we have tried. Yeah, I don't know.
think we'll just see what happens when we meet up and play the new stuff. I don't know. I think the things we put on the EP this time were the songs we kind of didn't feel like fit on the album, and also when we were making the album, we were like, these songs are so random put together. It could be by 10 different bands or something. But then I think when we played it back a few months later, it kind of made sense.
It does, yeah. When you're like finishing an album, you're like your head is just like everything is going on, and you just like kind of just like I can't listen to it anymore, you know. So you really have to like not listen to it like for I don't know, a couple of months. And also like
I haven't even listened to the album that we did 2007 or 2006. I think you have to wait 10 years or something.
10 years, okay.
And I'm always thinking in the end of the record, mixing, mastering kind of process, I'm always like, this is the worst record ever made. Why did I do this?
But it's good for, I think it's good that we probably will take like the songs we like on this record and like keep on with that, because I mean, there are songs that I like and there are songs that I don't like. So, or I like them, but I mean, there are better songs and there are bad songs there. So I think we'll try to keep on like working with the atmosphere we're liking on the album. So. Yeah, the favorites.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think so, but I think we can't say anything until I think it's better to say something after the album is done.
Know about this.
We don't know anything. It might be a salsa album in the end or something. Everything,
positive.
yes, be positive. Everything is easier if you don't care about anything. If you don't drink so much on tour, you will feel better.
That's, yeah, I like that. It's good. It's actually true. You wake up in the mornings and we have to drive maybe for 10 hours. And it's not good to be hungover. So, water is good.
I also found out that I don't want to live anywhere except in Iceland. And I found out that I kind of like America a lot.
It's nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I didn't expect to like it this much. Because I only came over here a year ago for the first time.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of funny when you've been watching American culture your whole life to go to America when you're like, I was 27 when I came over. It's nice. But then you don't have any health care and it costs a lot to go to school. It's bad, but we don't need that.